Every time I ask my daughter to do my makeup, she messes me up all the time. I didn't do my makeup just to get on here, no. But I like to talk about what's trending in the news. I like to go behind the news after it has trended and what people are talking about in the so-called conscious community is brother polite. You know, I was following polite back in, I say 2012, 2013, and he was teaching, and he also was promoting a book, and I emailed him letting him know that I wanted to come into the knowledge. Never got a response though. I listened to his debates anytime he was on Sinetta, the House of Consciousness. I would tune in. Okay. At the time, he was debating SETI and Pharaoh and all these other leaders. I mean, it was very interesting, and I learned a lot. He's very knowledgeable in what he does. Okay. Have he reached people and changed people's lives? Yes. He would go up against, oh, I can't pronounce the name, but it's the Hebrew Israelites to something. But I just had to throw that in because he loved to get in front of the Hebrew Israelites and destroy them, you know. When I learned of Brother Polite leaving New York, going to California, I kind of got disappointed. But I figured if he's still going to be down, then go ahead and make the move. It seemed like he transitioned into Bitcoin and investing and showing people how to invest and how to triple and quadruple or just multiply their money and selling books and all these wives and homes and money. And then it just became where he started showing out. And I thought for a minute, well, maybe he's just showing the people, what you can have if you invest and be smart with your dollars. But then it became less of investing and more of look at me. And I mean, I'm happy for you. You done went from rags to riches. But what happened to black consciousness? Because I'm not saying that you have to live poor. I'm not saying that you have to, just be hood and street. No, 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 no. Never will I say that. But it's like, what about the people? because I hear, and I saw on videos, the white women. Anyway, get from over there. Anyway, this whole thing about polite being in the company or having a 14-year-old girl in his company, and everyone is coming after polite. I'm not here to defend polite. I'm not a child molester, and I do not promote it. I do not know what they were doing together. I do not know what had transpired. I don't know of any old cases that may have anything to do with him being with underage girls, allegedly. But what I will say is that's not the first time. That's not the first time. Everybody talking about they feel sorry for the mother and the daughter. I don't. I don't. No more than I feel sorry for Brother Polite. That wasn't the first time your daughter being with that man without your presence. Could it have been why you and not me that made you want to call the police? Or it could have been, oh, my daughter never came home looking like this before. I need some help. Have there ever been a time you could have said, oh, it's not that bad, don't worry about it? I'm just bringing up scenarios because this is not the first time. See, people latch on to niggas with money and followers and prestige. You felt that comfortable, mama, to let your daughter go to a party with this man, but it was closed? For what? What is the rationale behind that? Then they go get a hotel. What is the rationale behind that? There is no way on God's green earth I have a 14-year-old out with a grown ass man after hours. I'm calling somebody. The police? Oh, but you don't want child services on your ass. You don't want to put that heat on your ass. So you wait for something to happen so you could put it on his ass and make yourself look like the victim. She comes home in the crack of day looking fucked. No. I'm just going off of what's in the news. I have 4 boys and 1 girl. She's 19 years old. My mother, and I'm going to give credit to my father too, always told me never to have a man over my children. Never have a man over my children. When I did bring a man in, my first 3 kids was with my parents. And when I brought that man in, we were together, living together for about 5 years, and we have 2 kids together. And he never watched my kids that were not his. Never did I turn my back. Never did he change a diaper. And it's not about I don't trust him. But you can't put nothing past no one. In the times we living in today, it's hard to trust the parents with their own kids. Some people are not going to treat, respect, or love your child as if it was their own. Some won't. I would never trust a man with my daughter. And my daughter is now 19 years old. I would never. Not a cousin, not an uncle, not a friend, not a neighbor, not the pastor, not the doctor, nobody. My daughter is 19, but she's tiny. She stands about 5 feet. She's probably under 120 pounds. I would never. And that goes for my boys too. But this is not about me. You need to place the blame where it needs to be placed. What kind of daughter are you raising? To let her or give her permission to be escorted to a club after hours, coming home in the wee hours of the morning. What are you raising? Why is this daughter with you and Polight? I don't know the backstory. Do y'all live together? Y'all dating? What's going on? And if he have all these wives, where do you fit in at? You don't think he's not looking at the kids? This right here disgusts me to the core. Yes, hold him accountable. Yes, yes, throw the book at him. But at the same time, their mother ought to be under investigation too. Until then, y'all know what to do.